Mm. Yo, 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 Arkit. How are you doing, buddy? Test, 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 test. Oh, don't worry, Benji. You'll do great, you'll do great. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna switch over to this one. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Are we ready, guys? Spain tonight. Well, I didn't do my introduction. Welcome, everyone. My name is Phoebe Thomas, and today I'm going to be streaming the Formula One Racing League Season 3, Round 12. It's the season ender here in Spain tonight. It's been a long time since I've commentated, actually. I think it's 2 weeks ago that I've done my last race, and then this week we're going to be starting again. So I wish you guys all a Happy New Year. It's a new year. Well, a new year. A new year. Actually, both works. But yeah, should be all good. Good mate, don't speak as much as the falling of PGR FC. Ah, yeah, no, true. It's just, I don't know. Nobody was excited anymore about playing, so I guess we all just stepped aside and didn't play anymore. But I mean, it is what it is. But how is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Are we all great? Are we all good? Are we excited to race here in Spain tonight? Because obviously Spain is a great track to do some racing on. You can keep it close, but it's very difficult to make the overtake work. So I think we're going to be seeing some exciting challenges for some guys tonight, or some exciting opportunities too. Well, we're going to see some questionable racing too, as that is usually the thing around Spain. Just going to take a quick sip of Coke, and then we are good to go. Happy New Year to you, Luis. Or should I say Louis? Luis? Should I pronounce the S or no? Good evening, buddy. Happy New Year to you too. It's 2024. I've got a lot of good what's the name? I don't know the English word, but I've got a lot of rules. that I have to follow this year. I think I've got 7 or 8. Good. What are they named? What are they called? Good assumptions? No, that's probably not the word, is it? I hope you guys have a couple of 2. One of them being more healthy. I don't know if anyone wants to be more healthy or not. Usually a lot of guys want to be a little more healthy, but we're not here to talk about our... Oh, resolutions is the word I was looking for. So we're not here to talk about New Year's resolutions. Of course, we are here to talk about this race, as we've got a very close P1 and P2, as we have got Mr. Lord Jinsey in P1. He is that Haas driver with 243, if I'm not mistaken, 49, 46, 46, I think it is. And then in P2, we have got... Who's in P2? Is it Lloyd Butler? No, it's Tyler. Tyler is not here, is he? Oh, he's not going to be able to defend it. Oh, my days. No way. Who's in P3? Brunex is not here either. Who's in P4? It's a Ferrari. Who's the Ferrari? Is it Adrian? I think it is Adrian, isn't it? So Adrian might be able to climb up the ladder here and enter the top 3, because it's going to be double points tonight. And I know that 2-form is not the best at Spain either. Neither is Mr. Benji Bucket, who we are watching right now, as he's currently entering a turn 3. Turn 3, a very interesting corner here around Spain. Going into turn 4, you've got a little bit of a U-turn. Orioglas reserve driver tonight here. Alright, we will definitely keep an eye on you, buddy. It's the Mercedes driver all the way in P9, so that is great. So we might want to grab a little bit of a qualifying lap from him there, but currently watching Benji Bucket as he's entering through this difficult section of the track. You need to watch out for that curb down the inside, as you can easily clip it and just been sent into the wall. Now into turn 10 he goes, a long left-hander. We've got turn 11 and turn 12. He plays around with the track limits. Beautifully done by Benji Bucket right there. Benji Bucket, of course, a very well-known driver here in Formula 1 Racing League, as he's now entering that changed section here in Spain, as we're, of course, driving around the Barcelona de Catalunya circuit, or whatever the name is, a 112.1 for Mr. Benji, as he beats Butler's time. Angry Guns puts himself right in between those two. We might want to go on board with 2-form here, as he's entering Sector 2, going into Sector 3 right now, the long main straight, which he is passing through right now into turn 10. And we said it already, a long left-hander, and he doesn't play around with the track limits as much as Benji did, and I'm not too sure what the best way to go is. And of course, into turn 12, you want to play around with your throttle as much as possible. Into turn 13, then we've got turn 14, the long right-hander, the fast right-hander actually. It's quite of a fast one, you need to watch out going into that corner. And it is going to be a 112.5. 4-2-4 beats Butler's time by about 3 or 2 hundredths right there. We might want to go on board with Origulas here. Pretty difficult name, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's I think it's a Portuguese name, isn't it, Luis? I think it is. All right, we're driving on board with the Mercedes driver here, coming into that fast right-hander. And let's see how he's going to bring it on the table tonight. Down the main straight, passing at the start-finish line, of course, to start his fast lap. The DRS is wide open. ERS is wide open for the Portuguese driver. Doesn't take too much curb on the entry as much as possible, so that's not a great thing either. I mean, I don't know the skill of the Portuguese driver here. But it might be that he's going to be putting a great time on the board. It might be that he's putting a shit time on the board. Of course, he's racing the Div 1 here of the Formula 1 Racing League. So the more experienced driver are currently in this tier, as they're having a very close battle up the front. As it seems like we've got the fastest first sector for the Mercedes driver already, as he's entering Sector 2 right now. The fast left right-hander. And we've got that fast right-hander entering the main straight, as that is going to be a pretty decent lap from the Mercedes driver already, entering turn 10 right now. Beautifully done there, taking as much curb on the entry as possible into turn 11 and 12. As Benji seems to be cooking currently in P2. Yes, indeed he is. A little bit of a snap there from the Mercedes driver, as he's got to come through this fast right-hander right now into the last corner of the track. And that is going to be a 113.9, which will put him in P8. Not the best lap for the Portuguese driver, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to do a little bit better in his second qualifying lap. Let's go on board with JT Gent. Oh my days. JT Gent here, as he's currently driving in that Williams car. I think he's one of the newer guys. I haven't seen him around that often yet in chat or just on track. I haven't actually commentated a lot of Div 1 races this year. As he's currently entering, he's backing out. Will Askew retired from the session. The McLaren driver retired in the pit lane. We might want to go on board with Flip 44 here, as you know, Flip, a very, very fast driver, but not too sure if he's going to be able to bring it on track today. Spain, a very technical track, a very difficult track, so it's just a question whether a lot of guys have done track practice, and if they did, who is going to put it on top. And as things are looking like right now, it's going to be the championship leader, Lord Jinsey, who put himself in P1, a 111.8, which is not bad at all. But it is going to be a big question whether Flip is going to be able to put himself on top of that list, or if he's going to put him right below someone else. That is obviously going to be the case if he's not going to be finishing in P1. Butler currently on a fast lap, as the Aston Martin probably just came out on track. Yes, indeed he is. He's not on a fast lap, or he just finished one, I think, because he doesn't have any ERS left. Let's have a quick look with JT Gent here, as he's currently entering turn 3. He's got a Haas driver right on his ass, and that might be... Let me have a quick look. Is it a Haas driver, though? Yes, indeed it is. It is Archie. I'm running no practice. Haha. Where's Arkid? Here he is. Arkid is in the pits, though. The Red Bull driver possibly not coming out to do a qualifying lap, and there goes JT Gent. Has to watch out for the cars behind him, as he's got Archie in P3 on a idle lap, so he doesn't have to worry about him, but he's got that fast Ferrari right behind him, and that is of course 2 Form, who's only put himself in P6, a 112.52 Form, who's currently P7 or P6 in the Drivers' Championship with a good amount of points, as he only entered during half of the season, if I'm not mistaken. No, he did actually do Portimao, so he was there from the beginning. But 2 Form is a good buddy of mine, and I really hope he's going to be doing well, but P7 doesn't look very great. Yes, Portuguese shit driver, 54 years old, just like to have fun in F1. That is absolutely amazing, Lewis. Actually, oh, you're with a controller. Oh, with a controller. That is interesting. You know, I've always admired people who are on controller. I could never. You know, I've tried it a couple of times. Yo, that shit is difficult as fuck. I can't do any of the fancy stuff with the flicking console. What's that called? Flicking sticks? The flick sticks? I don't know. No, I race on wheel. It's just so much easier, and you don't have to worry about whether you put your stick a little bit too much to the right or to the left. It's also easier to control your car with a racing wheel, I feel like. I don't know. I've always admired people. Oh, there goes Benji Bucket on pole at the moment, 111.7, as he just came across the line. And he puts Lord Jinsey back in P2 and Archie in P3. Now, let's have a quick look with Angry Guns, as he is up on his time. So, entering this fast left right-hander right now, we've got a car going very, very slow in Sector 2. That is going to be the Williams driver, and that might be JT Gent, as that is going to be the teammate of Angry Guns here. Let's have a quick look, because JT Gent might be slowing down for Angry Guns to give him a little bit of a tow down the main straight. That would be a great idea for both Williams drivers, actually. But I'm not too sure if he's going to be doing that. JT Gent also coming into the pits, possibly didn't have enough fuel left, as Angry Guns is going to come across the line to put a 112.6. Not an improvement, but he's close to his previous time at 112.4. Archie seems to be on a fast lap. Let's go on board with the Haas driver right now. I think he's from England, and the English driver hopefully going to be able to put a good lap on the board. Not up on his time yet, but he might be, having a little bit of a snap entering turn 6, I think that is. Is it turn 6? I think this is turn 6. It's 7, then we got 8, 9, 10, 11. No, this is turn 9. That's 8, that's 7, that's 6. Oh, yeah, it is turn 5. Call Me Arcade with the fastest lap as of now. He's got a 111.6. As a Red Bull driver, I feel like Arcade has done enough practice to be able to put himself on pole. He told me he didn't do any practice, but look at that time, a 111.6. I use controller as well. Taylor Gent puts, uses a controller too. And I feel like a lot of guys in this league use a controller. I know that Benji does. Does Benji use a controller? I feel like Benji does use a controller, doesn't he? Yeah, Benji does use a controller. And I think Dunsby does too. Butler, I'm not sure about Butler. Angry Guns might be on a controller too. I actually don't have the information of that. Ah, and my beautiful Alfa Romeo. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Oh, Benji on a wheel? No, I totally forgot who was on a wheel. On a wheel now, used to be on controller. So, Benji is Ben France, and then we've got Ben Balshaw, who is, of course, Call Me Arcade. I knew that Call Me Arcade was on a wheel. You just told me about your big expense. About your crazy expense. I mean, not crazy expense as in much, although it was much. It was like, with the shipping and all that kind of stuff, you told me about it. It was quite funny. Seko's ass right now coming into Sector 3. And it's going to be a great lap. Look at that. He's going to be putting a 111, I think. A 111.9. Good for a P4. 4/10 of an improvement, as that will put him one position up. Or maybe even two, as Archie got pushed back to P6. You might want to go on board with someone else here. Kodapik seems to be on a fast lap, as he's currently entering Sector 3 here. Not up on his time because he hasn't done a lap yet. Dunsby is also on a night lap, so he's going to be putting his first lap on track pretty soon. And the AlphaTauri driver, well-known driver here in F1 Racing League. He's kind of an owner, I think. I'm not sure. I think Dunsby is an owner, yeah. Or like an admin at least. He's at least he's an admin. Oh, and Tyler has joined the party, guys. Tyler has joined the party. And this is a season ender, as I said before. But the thing is, we have got a 3-point gap between P1 and P2. So this is going to be a very, very close race for the top two. As Butler is currently in P5. He has put a good lap on the board already. I'm just going to check my phone here real quick to see if I've got any messages. It doesn't look like it. Just doing this real quick. My phone only has 2% more, so it's not good. Lord Shinzi on a fast lap, though he is up on his time entering Sector 2 here. Butler has retired already. And Tyler, does he have enough time to come out and put a lap on track? I would say so. There's still 3 more minutes on the time board. As we've currently got Lord Shinzi with the fastest second sector, as he's 2/10 up on his time. That will put him in a safe pole position for now. But we have got Tyler to still come out on track. We've got the Mercedes driver coming out on track. We've got a Red Bull, or is that a Williams driver? I think it is a Williams driver. Jinzi puts himself on pole, the 111.5. 2/10 of an improvement for the Haas driver, as that is currently going to be a provisional pole. But we still have Dunsby out on a lap. Is he going to go for the pole? It doesn't look like it. Entering that last part of the track, it is going to be a P9 for the AlphaTauri driver, but I'm pretty sure he can go for another lap, although he doesn't have any ERS left. So it's going to be... Ooh, that's stinky actually. I think he should keep it chill this lap and just go out for another lap after this one, after he's saved some ERS. That's a good one. Tyler still in the pit lane, and he only needs to come out of the pit lane around 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'm not too sure how many minutes there's still on the table. Let's go on board with JT Gent. I know he's listening, as the Williams driver currently entering turn 1, 2, and 3. A difficult section of this track, you know, it's very technical. It's very technical. You need to play around with the throttle, play around with the brakes. And that is what JT Gent is doing right now, entering turn 4 and 5. as turn 4 is that fast right-hander. A little bit of a U-turn with a long U-turn. Into turn 5 he goes. Hard braking zone, touching the curb on the entry as much as possible. Beautiful exit from the Williams driver right there. Into turn 6 and 7 he goes right now. And then into turn 8, of course. Watch out for the curb on the entry there. And it seems like he's trying to avoid that curb as much as possible. Lord Genzi retired from the session. He's not going to be able to put another lap on track. Seems like the Mercedes driver is leaving enough space for JT Gent to get past. JT Gent up on his time, 2 seconds already. And I really wonder whether he's going to be able to put himself in the top 10 today. Down into P13 he is right now. Entering a turn 13 and 14 right there. The Ferrari driver going really slow, leaving enough space for a lot of guys to get past. It's going to be a 113.3, 2.7 seconds of an improvement, but it will be only good for a P12. Don't think he will be able to put another lap on the table as he doesn't have any ERS left, which is quite unfortunate. Let's go on board with the Mercedes driver right now. He's not going to go for another lap. I think he saved some ERS, so he's going to go for another one. Still 1 more minute on the board. And will he be able to improve? A lot of traffic in Sector 2 right now. There's at least 8 cars in Sector 2. And the Mercedes driver playing around with the throttle a little bit there, sliding all over the place. He recovered quite nicely there, entering a turn 4. He's not up on his time, but he might be able to improve a little bit here in Sector 2 and Sector 3. Sector 2 a very technical sector, so is Sector 3. And you know, Spain is that kind of track where you really need to put the right input into your throttle and your brakes, because otherwise you're going to be out braking yourself. Oh man, I was 3/10 up on my time. I hit the fastest second sector and got impeded on the second last turn. That is very unfortunate, Elias. That is very unfortunate. Elias, which is going to be 2 for him in the game. He was up on his time, 3/10 up, but he invalidated, unfortunately. Let's go on board here with Origlas. And I'm not sure if he's up on his time. The only time he should be able to beat, he's going to be up on his time, but I don't think it will be a good improvement. 2/10 of an improvement, but it's not going to be good for a position. Tyler is on a fast lap though, and it's all or nothing for the Alpine driver, currently entering the last sector of the track. He didn't catch the fast second sector though, so I don't think he's going to be able to beat Lord Jinzi's time. I know Benji Bucket is also on a fast lap. Tyler currently entering that last part of the track. It's going to be a good lap for the Alpine driver coming across the line to put a 112.2. A P5 is not bad after only doing 1 lap. Benji Bucket is not going to be able to improve, 2.7 seconds slower than his previous time. Taylor Jen, wow, thought I had more speed than that. It's very unfortunate, but don't let this affect your race. There's a lot of positions to gain during the race. Just keep it clean, just keep it consistent, as we're going to go through the positions right now. Lord Jinzi has put himself on pole with Call Me Our Kid, and next to him, Benji Bucket in P3. Seko Zaz, actually a Croatian driver. I didn't know that. In P4, and then we've got Tyler in P5. Further, we've got Butler, a 2 for him, Archie, Angry Guns, and Dunsby in the top 10. And further, we've got Koda Pig, Flip, JT Gent in P13, and then we've got GV Origlas in P14. We'll ask you in P15, and last but not least, Adrian, the 8. Is it the 8? I think it's the 8. Yeah, the 8 in P16. Let's go back to the front real quick. Oh, you guys are not able to see me. Okay, hold up. This is awkward. This is better. That was going to be